your eye like a big pizza.
This is different.
Will die. And if you don't have an abortion, you will die.
Those boys who are wearing their hair long are saying no to the mask industry.
The entirety of women's voting inside of the United States has been a complete unmitigated disaster. Unmitigated disaster which has led us to progressive policies, societal decay, a society which cannot reproduce itself, literally, can't even reproduce itself.
If it would be possible to make the men less aggressive, less competitive, less sure of themselves, that would be certainly something good. And
Jesus stood up here before us this afternoon and said, listen, I got two questions for you. Question number one, who do people say that I am? We'd have to tell him.
We'd have to tell him. We'd have to tell him, you know, Jesus, most people just want to reduce you to a nice guy.
Yeah, because isn't it like also in the Bible multiple times where God literally gives like bitter waters to a woman to make her have an abortion? Like I've read multiple different times where he's like totally okay unaliving.
It's to test. It's to test if your wife, if you think your wife conceived out of unfaithfulness, you test her with these bitter waters. If your wife was faithful and the child is yours, she won't miscarry.
They're talking about numbers.
That's what the kind of shit that they use.
By the way, they're talking about numbers,
where
it's brought before the Lord himself, and he decides because it is a supernatural thing that happens.
Not once mentioned in the Bible.
Idiots.
It's not. It's just, it was something that was practiced during those times, but it's not something that was brought up literally. Like, it wasn't said it was a sin or anything like that. Like, so I don't.
It was just a part of society.
Yeah, it was just something that was going on, and people were obviously seeing it. So.
We do have an opposition in the request, so when I bring you up, it's going to be old blood, new blood. When I bring you up, I'm going to have you state your age, so we're in compliance with TikTok rules. Remember to use...
How you doing?
What's your age?
I'm 25, November 1998 is my birth month and year. And I'm an abolitionist.
Awesome. Welcome up.
So, quick, I want to acknowledge whoever was talking about the bitter water. You're thinking of Numbers, and Numbers was someone was quite literally brought before the Lord, and the Lord decided. I'm just clarifying that. It wasn't us. It wasn't humans.
I don't really care either way. Right, like I'm not religious, so for me it wouldn't matter anyway.
Okay, I heard someone was up here religious, so
right.
That's why I was
we were just talking about it because a lot of pro-lifers use that as, use their religion as justification, when in fact, there's lots of horrible things are in that book. So,
So, like, what horrible things would you have a problem with in the Bible?
Oh, we can't even describe horrible shit that happens in that book.
Yeah, so like.
He made fun of a bald man, so he sent a literal bear to rip him apart.
Yeah, so like, what part? Say what you just said again. I didn't hear you. I'm sorry.
I'm not gonna get into religion. I'm just not gonna get into religion because if y'all want to believe in a sky daddy, that's on you.
I brought it up because somebody in the comments said a religious phrase.
Like if you believe in something, I'm not going to get into dissecting your beliefs because I believe that you should be able to have your beliefs.
Okay, so why is abortion okay?
Because it's a medical procedure.
And
that's like saying why is a heart surgery okay?
Well, abortion is the only procedure that actually with intent takes the life of another human being. So I'm just.
Old blood, can I ask you? It may be the only medical procedure to do that. Yes, but is a woman consenting to be pregnant?
Doesn't matter.
It does matter because a woman's not obligated to carry that.
She is when it's her child, absolutely.
No.
So why would she not be? Could the kid consent to being put there?
No.
No, because you don't consent to being pregnant.
Right, so here's the thing. You can't consent to a biological process. So, with that being said, the child is entitled to...
You can. Do you not get cancer removed? That's a biological fucking process. People get cancer removed all the time.
You can't consent to it happening, is what I'm saying.
You can consent to removing that shit.
Cancer isn't a human being. Cancer isn't a human being. So substantiate why taking the life of another human being is wrong that couldn't consent being put there.
Just because cancer is a biological process, we would have to keep it in our bodies. We can't remove
Again, cancer is a growth. It's not a human being. Okay.
Yeah, and right now that fetus is just a growth. It's
no,
not a child.
it's a separate person. It's a separate person. So can you substantiate? Can you substantiate why taking that life is okay when that life couldn't consent being put there?
Because there is no personhood, there is no existence, there is no feelings, there is no wants, there's no desires in that fetus.
So if you go up to someone that's in a coma and pew them in the head, they can't feel that, right? They cannot feel that happening, right? And you pew them in the head and they pass away. Why is that not okay, but abortion is okay?
Talking over me. Stop.
That's a born person.
You need to understand
But it's a person.
something. What y'all are talking about after fucking birth is because of the simple fucking fact y'all do not have an argument. Y'all have to take everything outside of being pregnant. The whole fucking point
They're
of
both
abortion
people.
is to not be pregnant.
They're both people, though.
Stop talking. If something is past birth, we're not talking about somebody not wanting to be pregnant.
Okay, so the thing is my whole point in saying that is they're both human beings. They're both individuals, right? I'm saying they both hold value. That's why in both scenarios, pew-pewing the guy in the coma and aborting the baby is wrong.
That is where...
Demonstrate why it's not an individual. Demonstrate why.
Stop talking for a minute.
Yeah,
I'm going to tell you something. You think that this is a functioning baby that is thinking about its fucking future, thinking about all the friends it's going to make, planning out its fucking life, and it doesn't even have the structures to do that. It doesn't process information. It doesn't process what it hears. It doesn't process what it feels. It doesn't process what its plans are after it gets out of, mom jail, out of her vagina. Like, it doesn't have the processes to do that. There is no person.
Neither does someone in a coma. Okay, they can't process their future. No, they can't. They have no sensory to hearing. No.
They were born though, weren't they?
So the difference, right? The difference in that, right, is a fetus does not have the ability to deploy consciousness, right? Like, somebody in a coma can deploy consciousness, right? Or they have deployed consciousness before. You cannot say a fetus by any means at any point in the time during the gestation period has had or will have the ability to deploy consciousness. That's like the biggest difference here.
And my whole point is that deploying consciousness doesn't dictate you being a human being, right? So like if a baby in the womb is developing, it hasn't developed its brain yet, I'm saying that the process of which it will go through to develop that, if left at its own accord, that being a probability of actually certain what.
But that process.
Why am I getting muted mid-explanation?
Hold on, because I want to say something. You just said it. If left to continue, it would complete a process.
Right.
Meaning it is not in any way able to have its systems online and be a self-guiding fetus. It's just not.
When you say self-guiding, what do you mean?
Y'all make it sound. Y'all seem to think that this fetus is separate from the mother, and it's guiding its own growth.
No, it's not.
Oh my
God. It's growing at its own accord when it's born.
Okay. Let's play basic science. You see that picture of the fetus, right? What is that long tube? What is that?
What was your quote? What about the picture of the fetus?
That fetus in the picture in the background. You see that?
Yeah, I'm looking at it. Yeah.
Right? You see that long cord?
Yeah, I
thing?
see
What
it's
is that?
attached to the mother. I'm saying that doesn't matter. I'm saying that doesn't
No,
matter.
no, let's walk you through this. Stop. You're getting upset. You're getting upset. I'm trying to walk you through this so you can understand something, okay?
It's attached to the mother till
What
it's born. Got it.
Is that cord attached to
It's
the
attached to the
fetus?
mother. Fetus is attached to the mother until it's born. So what's next?
No, God, you're one of those kids that didn't pay attention.
I'm
in
skipping
class, right?
ahead. I understand what you're going to,
So,
what you're going to
the
say.
Is the fetus attached to that cord? Yes, right?
Yes, I've already said
Okay.
that.
The
I've
cord-
answered like
the
4 of your
cord is
questions.
what is the cord attached to?
The mother,
Because you've
already
been
said
wrong
it.
so far.
Already
No,
said it.
It's not. Listen, what is that cord attached to?
It's attached to the mother.
Oh my God, you're still wrong. You're still wrong. You want to keep saying. the
If
wrong
you
thing
say
when-
something that's attached to the mother, I'm gonna laugh. Is the baby attached to the mother when it's in a fetal state?
So I'm gonna walk you through.
Okay, so it doesn't matter what you're about to
Oh
say.
my God, you're being so
It's
fucking
attached to the placenta.
You're getting emotional, yeah. So that umbilical cord, which is attached to that baby, is attached to the placenta. The placenta is attached to the pregnant mother. That placenta is what
You're obfuscating.
exchanges.
It's attached to the
Oh
mother.
my God. Oh my God.
Just skip ahead.
That placenta is what exchanges everything that mother gives in nutrients into the things that is able to continue making that fetus. So it is separate yet attached.
Not
It's
even
not
that
an
though, but
individual. It is
placentas
not an
don't even
individual.
placentas don't even form until a mother is pregnant. So it's not like it's something that this woman has been having in her body for X amount of years or since she was a little girl, and now that it's finally getting its use. Like, no, it's attached to something that only forms due to the fact that there is a pregnancy occurring.
So it's
Well,
attached
can I
to the
ask you,
mother.
do you give exceptions?
It's actually not attached to the mother.
No,
because you
no,
give placenta
I
comes
don't.
out.
So anyway, and I'll argue
You don't
that
keep the
too.
placenta.
So I would say a baby.
We pretty much cramp and we have to deliver the placenta.
Yep, after the baby.
Old blood. Can I ask you?
I
do
don't
you
give exceptions. No, I don't.
You
No.
can make a 5-year-old
No.
child give
Exceptions.
birth?
If they could healthily do it with, oh my gosh.
What? If a 5-year-old...
It's been done before. It's been done before with medical intervention.
Just because it's been done before doesn't mean it's right. So if I go out and
It's
murder
n-
somebody just because
it's
been
worse-
done, does that make it right?
It's worse to delete a kid than it is to let someone give birth. So anyway, you don't want to have a debate. You just want to keep muting me. That's all you guys want to do.
Did you just say that it's? You just said that you have no
Since it's been
exceptions.
done before, just because it's been done before doesn't make it right. So under that same premise, you could say that I could go out and.
I never
murder
said
somebody,
it wouldn't make
that's
it right
okay,
if it had.
because
I
it's
never
been
said
done
that was my basis. My basis
no,
is
but
not
no,
that.
You're okay with it. But you're okay.
Yeah,
with
I
it.
am okay with it. My basis is that it's morally wrong to delete people. Anyway, what I'm getting.
Morally is subjective, so that's what.
No,
you
it's
think
not.
personally.
It's not. But I'll debate that too. But I need to be able to give my. I need to be able to actually debate you guys. I keep getting muted.
Old boy, let me ask you a question. Are you okay with say this gets abolished and a woman is in a situation where she tries to get an abortion and it unfortunately unalives her? Do you think that this is her justice? Do you think she deserves that?
Mothers and fathers ought to be willing to give their lives for their children, so it's okay. That's my
So
whole
you're
thing.
meaning to tell me? Okay, let me just ask this.
Sacrifice, but you can't sacrifice a fetus. What? So you believe in self-sacrifice up until what age? So when the
Believe in
fetus-
self-sacrifice. I don't believe in schmurder.
5 years old.
When they start bleeding, right?
I don't believe in
So-
schmurder. I believe in trying to preserve both lives.
Do you have a definite age? Do you have an age?
Believe in trying to preserve both lives. That whatever the age is that they get pregnant at.
Ew.
Wait, and I'm sorry.
You
I
try to
just
preserve
want
both
to
lives.
If I heard this correctly, so I just want to make sure that I heard this correctly. You are saying that
They just
because
they keep
it's
muting
happened
me. See?
before, in regards to a 5-year-old giving birth, that means it's okay.
So what I'm saying, and I'll steelman my position, right? I'm saying that you want to take the proper proper medical intervention to preserve both lives, regardless of the age of the individual that gets pregnant. Okay, you want to preserve the child and the person that is giving birth. If one dies and everything was done to keep them alive, then that's the best you could do. I'm saying intentionally deleting them is wrong.
So what if that's like your 5-year-old daughter, bro?
Yeah.
I would have the same exact stance, dude.
You're telling me
I would have
you're
the
gonna
same
look
exact
your daughter in the
stance.
face. No, stop for a second. You're telling me
Same exact stance. Yep, same exact stance.
Yep, you're gonna do it.
So now that we've played the
Say you're pro-life.
now that we've played the emotional game, can we actually argue the logic of it, please? Or are we just gonna sit here? No, you guys are appealing to emotions. That's all you ever do. Yeah, you appeal to emotions and you kick them. Can we actually argue the logic of it, please? Or are we just gonna sit here and...
It's not even.
You guys are... Listen to how bad they
You
are.
have no fucking logic. You have no fucking logic.
We played the emotions. You just fucking said
person.
Listen to how bad.
daughter.
Yeah, you have no fucking logic, and I feel sorry.
It's not
for your
even just an
family.
emotional stance. Well, I mean, it is disgusting, and I wouldn't want that. But at the same time, a 5-year-old having
They rejected my request.
physically and
Whatever.
health-wise, it's not gonna end well. That child will never be the same. It will never be the same.